The markets are dumping today, kind of surprisingly out of nowhere. Let's just check out the charts here. Bitcoin down 5% on the day, Ethereum down 6%, Solana down 8%, Ripple down 7%. Now, the one exception to that is Myro, which is actually up almost 25% in the day. Myro, it's 40 million market cap today. It looks like it's on its way to breaking its previous all-time high of 46 million market cap set exactly a month ago. So what's going on here? Well, they haven't released any new news. So generally when a coin's pumping on no news, it means there's rumors of a tier 1 exchange listing happening. Do I know that? I have no idea, but I do know that they are not listed on 5 of the top 6 exchanges, so it wouldn't be surprising to me if one of those 5 exchanges is about to list soon. We shall see. But let's get back to the markets in general. So why is the market down today with the spot ETF? Most people believe that it's going to be approved very soon. Like me, the market should be up, right? Well, some people think it's just a general shakeout to flush out all the longs. There's been a lot of leverage longs initiated on the market recently because people are banking on the spot ETF for approval, which would quickly pump the market and they would cash in with a leverage long. So what tends to happen when that happens is that there's a quick flush out. There might be market manipulation. People might be trying to sell the market to flush out those longs, get an even bigger dump if they are short. Do I think it's true? Not really. Part of it is just a lot of people expected the ETF approval to happen yesterday on January 2nd. Because remember, the deadline for applicants was December 29th. That was a Friday. Then we had a long weekend, long holiday weekend. So obviously the SEC wasn't going to be going over applications over the weekend. Then January 2nd, a lot of people just thought, okay, it's the first business day after the deadline, so they're going to approve it. I don't think so. I think they're going to need to actually look through the applications, probably take the full week. January 10th is the deadline where they have to approve or reject. I think, assuming we do have an approval, it'll happen closer to that. January 8th is a Monday, maybe January 9th is a Tuesday, January 10th is a Wednesday. So some people are expecting to happen today for whatever reason. So the market dumped early this morning when the full business day went by and no approval happened. What else? Jim Cramer strikes in. So Jim Cramer said yesterday on his show that you can't kill Bitcoin. It's here to stay, and it's a technological marvel. We all know Jim Cramer is a counter indicator because he covers every different sector. So the news on any one specific sector comes to him last. So 3 months ago, when nobody was talking about crypto, of course, Jim was bearish and the market started pumping. Now the market's been pumping for 3 months. So everybody's talking about crypto. So then Jim Cramer, suddenly he is bullish. So when he's bullish, it means he's the last person to find out about something. So generally the opposite of his opinion is going to happen. Do I think that that led to the decrease today? Maybe a little bit. Maybe I do believe he is a firm counter indicator. The main reason was this right here. So I haven't even heard of this research firm, this crypto research firm, Matrix Port. An analyst there by the name of Marcus Thielen put out a report late yesterday, saying the SEC will reject all spot BTF applications. Now remember, Bloomberg and most other analysts believe there's a 90% chance that the ETFs will be approved. So this was kind of a shock. So I did a little research. Who is this guy, Marcus Thielen? I haven't heard of him. Here's the LinkedIn page. Number one, he's based in Singapore. Okay, the spot ETF, it's a U.S. thing. So generally the people in the U.S., particularly in the New York area, are going to be the most tuned in, like the CNBC reporters, the Bloomberg reporters, people like that. Singapore, it's opposite side of the world. He's just not really going to be that plugged into the gossip. Additionally, I looked at his work experience. He's only been in crypto for 2 years, since January 2022. Previously, he was just in stocks and global equities. If you're only in there for 2 years, I've been studying the ETF situation for 5 years, since 2017, 6 years, excuse me. So somebody who's only been studying it for 2 years, probably not going to be that hooked in. But we do have some positive news that's happened later in the day. Hashdex, they are one of the 14 companies applying for the spot ETF. They released a new ETF commercial right here. So here it is. The premise being, do I really care about the commercial? No, but the premise is they're not going to invest money into advertising if they don't think it's going to be worth it, and they will actually have a product to sell, meaning the spot ETF will be approved. What else? Goldman Sachs in talks to be an authorized participant for BlackRock and Grayscale spot ETF. This was announced this afternoon. Goldman Sachs is not applying for one of the 14 ETFs, but just the fact that they are being a part of it in any capacity, that is generally bullish. What else was released later this afternoon? Fidelity, they filed a registration of securities with the SEC for its spot ETF application. So they are one of the 14 applicants. Remember, you have to register the securities. So they went ahead and filed it. That does cost money. It takes time. That's generally a bullish indicator. And lastly, probably the most bullish news this afternoon, the SEC announced they scheduled meetings with New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and CBOE to finalize comments on spot ETFs, basically get their input. What parts of the process do you think are good? What parts of the process do you think could cause problems, etc.? So just the fact the SEC is proactively setting those meetings, and they haven't ever in the past before, that is a good thing. So for today, drop a comment down below. Let me know when you think spot ETFs will be approved, whether you think they'll be approved at all or anything else in the markets. Myra, let me know what you think about that. Back tomorrow with a new video. Ben Crypto signing out. Catch you later.